And welcome to the early years. Well, another busy couple of weeks here at the college. A big congratulations to our Year 3 students who performed at our early years assembly this morning for the Dolby Speech and Drama Eisteddfod. So they actually performed a poetry item together as a cohort and they were exceptional. So a big congratulations and a big thank you to the Year 3 teachers for all their time and effort into preparing the students with their poem and the amazing actions and things that went along with it. It's really exciting to see lots of our families coming along fortnightly to our early years assembly. So if you haven't yet, feel free to come along. We're usually in the MPC. This morning we were in the pack just with some adjustments for the amazing college musical that begins tonight. Speaking of which, if you haven't got your tickets, it's not too late. There are shows tonight from 6:30 as well as tomorrow at 1 p.m. and another show Saturday evening at 6:30. So it'd be so great to see our wonderful musical students supported by our college community. So feel free to come along, jump online to buy your tickets. It would be great to have you and great to share the wonderful performance of Camp Rock with our college community. We also have some exciting lantern decorating today. So many of our Peter IV students who have signed up for their participation in the delicious and delightful festival, the Lantern Parade. So we're decorating those with some of our Year 9 Praxis students today and the help of Mrs. Knight, our art teacher. So we're looking forward to getting in and decorating our lanterns. Thank you to those families who got back to me. You would have also received an email yesterday about the upcoming learning discussions with your child's teacher. So these will be held on Tuesday evening in week 6 from 3:30 to 6:30. Now these will go live for you next week to be able to on Monday. To book in with a time with your child's teacher. Look, I appreciate many of you are constantly catching up with your child's teacher throughout the year, which we always encourage you to do. So if you feel like you're up to date, you know what's happening, please don't feel like you have to book in again. But it's a great opportunity if you haven't had a chance to catch up with your child's teacher recently to make a time, touch base and see how your child's travelling and perhaps set some goals for the following semester. It's really exciting to see our group of OptiMind students too with Miss Maudsley, Mrs. Trazillian and Miss Fleming on a Wednesday afternoon starting to practice their creative and critical thinking skills in preparation for Challenge Day at the end of August. So thank you to those teachers who are doing a fantastic job at building these students' teamwork and skills so that they can go off and perform their special on the Challenge Day. We also have, as I spoke to everyone at Assembly this morning about, with the cold weather, there's lots of jumpers and things being found around the college, outside of classrooms, port racks and in the pavilion. I encourage students today just to make sure that, number one, their belongings are named, but that they're also taking really good ownership and looking after these belongings. If you could also encourage that from home, which I know many of you would be, we're trying to crack down on making sure that we're not finding jumpers left all over the pavilion and hoping that these are going home to families or on students' bodies throughout the day. So if you could just help and support your child by making sure their belongings are named, that would be really great. Thank you, everyone. I know in my last newsletter I put in there about our morning routine, making sure children are here at an appropriate time, where they need to go at drop-off. There's been a huge improvement, so thank you so much for your support with that. Our priority is keeping students safe, so we really wanted to make sure that students were in the right spot, being dropped off at the right time, so that they're maximising every opportunity here. So thank you for your support with that. Finally, I had a big chat to students this morning on early years assembly about bus safety. So for those students who catch a bus home in the afternoon, we have some really important sort of routines that we stick to. If for those students who are catching a bus, they need to move to the bus lines in a timely manner straight after they've been dismissed from their classrooms. They need to ensure they're not stopping and playing on the way, going and looking for a lost jumper, having a chat to a friend. I reiterated the importance of them moving straight to the bus area. Unfortunately, there are many buses that come through. They're picking up from our school as well as other schools throughout the town. So they're not waiting for students. So we need to make sure our students are there ready to go. I also really reinforce the importance of getting to the bus line, marking their name off and sitting safely. If you could just be reiterating some of those important routines and at night time or in the morning before you send your child to school, just that importance and the risks involved with buses. I think it's really important that our students are aware and reminded about how important it is to stay clear from the road, line up where they're supposed to, through, listening to the teachers on duty, as well as them being safe once they're on their buses. That would be fantastic. That's the most important thing here, is we want our students to depart the college safely of the afternoon and make it home safely, so that everyone is fit, well and happy. Anyway, until next time, I would look forward to seeing many of you at our early years assembly. We have Book Week Parade coming up in week 6 as well, which is a big one for our college community, especially the early years. It's always a fun day. Lots of events happening. Please keep up to date with your class dojo and emails across the college. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you around. Until then.